From time to time, you're going to hear me call CL Smooth Frank because his name was, what was it, Clarence Levon Franklin, but the ladies called him Frank. We learned that from Anna Gordy. And girl, you ain't fooling nobody. We know you hunched that man. Okay. But anyway. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our Bella Book Club, hit the Patreon link below and or hit the join button below. And for a small $5 monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, I'm not going to lie. Those that are on the Patreon, they receive more perks. That's just what it is. So where we left off, we have Ruth Bowen. Okay, Ruth Bowen is Aretha Franklin's booking agent. Okay, she said that the first time she met young Aretha, she was 10 years old, and she was in her father's Bowen church. Said was that you can look at the little girl, little Riri, and see all the pain in her eyes. But when she got up, walked towards the piano, and played Jesus the Offense, she is playing the Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers version. She heard it once, and she duplicated it perfectly. Aretha Franklin definitely had a, busy life. That's the best way for me to put it. But that was the beginning. Over the years, all of Aretha Franklin's troubles and, insecurities would come out through her music. She never verbalized them, in an interview. She never sat there and said, yeah, I lived a fucked up life. Yeah, my daddy was fucked up. She never said that. But what she did was express her pain beautifully through her music. I can't say that. We'll get back to Clara Ward. I didn't know who the hell Clara Ward was, but I know who the hell the lady is now. Much respect to Miss. So Aretha was singing for the approval of the church and her father. Okay. Now, when Clara Ward became interested in CL Smooth, and CL Smooth became interested in Clara Ward, Aretha became interested in her, meaning Aretha looked at CL Smooth's girlfriends like they were the pontificus. What is that word? Not the pontificus. What am I trying to say? But the prime. That's how she looked at his girlfriends, like they were prime. Okay. And believe me, I believe that CL Smooth never messed with anything less than prime. And I believe that was what Aretha Franklin struggled to do her whole life. To be prime. You won't see my weakness. Not you bitches. I don't know you bitches. Aretha's older sister, Irma, had said that we all liked Clara. We all thought that she was magnificent. But Aretha was extremely infatuated with her. You know why? Because she was trying to prove herself to her father. So what do? You mimic the type of woman that you believe your father wants. So Aretha big sister Irma describes Clara Ward as a powerful and charismatic woman. She said that even if CL Smooth was not checking for Clara Ward, it wouldn't matter because the three Franklin sisters, Aretha, Carolyn, and Irma, they still would have admired Clara Ward. Okay, they said, or Irma said, that in the gospel world, Mahalia Jackson represented the dignity of the gospel world. Clara Ward represented the dazzle. I said, ooh, expound, child, expound. Mahalia Jackson would stay flat-footed in the pulpit. Okay? Singing and belting out, beautiful sounds of Jesus. Okay, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be serious. But then you have Clara, on the other hand, who will work the room. Child, why I can only out and touch somebody's hand. Make this pearl platter place. If you can, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Another difference between the two, between the dignity and the dazzle, Mahalia being the dignity, Clara being the dazzle, was that Mahalia only did concert halls and churches. From time to time, you may catch her, here and there, maybe doing an old jazz festival. But oh no, she wouldn't be, associating herself with the likes of the heathen. Clara would. Clara has been known to do concerts or performances down there to the Vegas. What goes in Vegas stays in Vegas. And Broadway. We all know that them dancers be getting down. Them dancers and singers, and we gonna just hold tight. You people with the big mouth, don't spoil it for everybody else. We're gonna get there. Okay, listen. From time to time, you gonna hear me call CL Smooth Frank, because his name was, what was it, Clarence Levon Franklin, but the ladies called him Frank. We learned that from Anna Gordy. And girl, you ain't fooling nobody. We know you punch that man. Clara and CL Smooth got along so well was because they both had that passion. They wanted to reach the widest, broadest audience possible. And they wasn't going to limit it to the church. Now let's get to the money, okay? Clara Ward, Mammy's name was Gertrude Ward, okay? She was a bitch. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean it as in she was a bitch, as in don't play with me, okay? Now, well, let me take that back, because, sometimes people be bitches and don't play with me. And then they can also be that kind of bitch that need dick. Because I told y'all, dick is important to you bitches, okay? We can always tell, especially me. I can always look at a woman and be like, oh, she ain't getting no pickle, okay? Somebody need to call that dirty dick cousin, Larry, over here and get his bitch some dick. That's what she needs. And maybe she can get a life and stop trying to worry about her daughter and what the hell her daughter's doing, okay? Let's say she was a necessary evil and for her sister, for her daughter not to be taken advantage of, right? Now, let me add in this little piece about Clara and Gertrude, right? Now, it was originally a group. It was Clara's sister, Willa, her mammy, Gertrude, and it was Clara, okay? Somehow it got broken down, but it didn't matter because eventually Gertrude had turned into Mama Rose from Gypsy Rose, because that's what they equate her with. David Ritz said that Gertrude would be equated with Mama Rose from Gypsy Rose. If you don't know what it is or who that is, that's a movie that Bette Midler was in that was about an overbearing mother who was trying to live her unsuccessful career through her successful daughter, right? To Clara's big sister Willa, okay? Her mother, their mother, Gertrude Ward, ran the business with an iron fence. Now, that's a good thing, because from what was explained in the book, back then, them promoters used to shit on and cheat gospel artists all the time, okay? But Gertrude didn't play that mess. You're going to give my daughter what she is due, and you're going to give it to her now. And they didn't play that mess with her. So I'm sure you all know who, Mr. Cleveland is, Reverend James Cleveland. I'm not playing. I'm giving him the respect that he deserves. But, sometimes I just be talking shit. So anyway, James Cleveland interjected that Gertrude took no prisoners, okay? Now, he goes on to explain the story of how Mama Gertrude Ward was cock blocking between CL Smooth and her daughter Clara. One time Clara was performing at the church. She was singing her heart away. Now, CL Smooth was putting the smooth on her, right? Mama Gertrude out the corner of her eye looking, look at this nigga here. Think he about to get my daughter. Answer no. Answer yes, Miss Gertrude. Answer yes, okay? But it took young Clara by the hand and was walking her towards the exit. Mm-hmm. Just like this. Clara like, Frank. That's CL Smooth. Frank, bring my daughter here. Return my daughter to me at this very minute. So CL Smooth, being the smooth motherfucker he is, he returned the daughter back. But James Cleveland said that later on that night when he was at the hotel, because they all couldn't stay in the Cleveland house or sleep on the church floor, they was at the hotel. Okay, and they all had to stay in the same hotel, because you got to remember, this is during the time that blacks couldn't maneuver everywhere. It was only certain places, like that movie, The Green Book. That shit was real. It was only certain places. So a lot of the times the performers stayed at the same hotel. What Mr. James Cleveland said was that he was not going to say that he saw CL Smooth and Clara Ward sneaking out of the hotel in the early morning hours. I told you that Clara had a sister named Willa. Mm-hmm. Willa wrote in her book that she believed that because Mama Gertrude was chasing off all the dudes, all the male suitors that was trying to get at her, she believes that that's the reason why Clara sometimes found solace in other women. Y'all know I'm a whole lesbian over here. But it's just the point that, goddamn, the people business be all over the streets. So that's perfect for CL Smooth, okay? Because, yeah, that's perfect for CL Smooth, because we know he got little, fetishes going on in his life, okay, that he like to do. And then he got this girlfriend that mess with women. You know how the first thing the men think, oh, you like women? I like women too. Let's like women together. But sometimes I think people think that it's better for a person to lay down with women opposed to men, because that kind of still keeps your, vagina numbers low. I'm just saying, okay? But, you could be a hoe in a life too. Just for you ladies that don't know. They can, bulldaggers label girls hoes too. Just so you didn't know. But anyway, Willa, Clara's sister, said about her sister Clara was that Clara was bogged down with a lot of health issues, okay? And that she suffered nervous breakdowns frequently. Like, fuck. Aretha was the same as Clara in so many ways. Aretha and Clara both sought approval from their domineering parents. Mm-hmm. And then sought protection from their partner from their domineering parent. Okay? So because Clara was thinking the only person that was strong enough to take Gertrude on head on was CL Smooth. Okay? Now I believe that to be true, right? But CL Smooth wasn't going forward straight in Gertrude's face. I believe that CL Smooth went behind Gertrude's back to get her daughter. Just thinking about it. When I think about this, I really believe that's why Aretha Franklin had so many lovers, okay? And why maybe her relationships didn't work, because she was looking for a replacement for her father. Or a replacement for her father that was stronger than her father, that would be able to pull her from up under her father. I believe Aretha loved the man. She adored the man. But goddamn it, he was too overwhelming. And he was too much in control. Sadly, right? And CL Smooth wasn't quite able to be as strong as Clara expected. Okay, like I said, I think Clara was disappointed that CL Smooth still got his way, but he had to creep around and do things the back way. He wasn't strong enough to go to Gertrude's face and be like, look, bitch, your daughter a grown woman, bitch. Clara's sister said that Gertrude, their mother, was not going to allow nobody else to get a hold or be in control of her cash cow. Now, B.B. King as his 2 cents about Clara Ward's and CL Smooth's relationship. He said that one time he was performing, okay, he saw those two together. Now, it wasn't a surprise because everybody knew they was dating. What was a surprise, that I'm surprised at, okay, was that when CL Smooth and Clara went in the back to his dressing room to see B.B. King, B.B. King said Clara had said something that CL Smooth disapproved of. And as a result, CL Smooth walloped her ass and she fell to the ground. Now, remember, we said earlier that CL Smooth's children said that they've never seen him strike their mother or their sibling. James Cleveland again said that the relationship between the two was tumultuous, and it was often a pain that Clara masked. Irma said that their father frequently deserted women, but we never worried about him deserting us. Aretha worked desperately to obtain our father's approval. Maybe that's what made her so great. David Ritz had asked Reverend Cleveland, do you think that CL Smooth exploited Aretha? James Cleveland's response was, well, it depends on how you define exploitation. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves you, babies. Y'all better have good ones.